Hmm. All right. All right. Let's get this party started. Yo, what's up, hello Uvu? Then you already here, dude. It's literally only been 2 minutes and 11 seconds. You're already here. God, what? Oh my God, loyal viewer, loyal viewer. Hey, what's up, Antown? Oh, he's watching Second Sky live stream. Okay, Antown. Don't worry, man. If you can't make it for today's stream, it's always the YouTube odds. Yeah. But here we go. Here we go. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. How do I play? All right, we're investigating. I forgot. Oh boy. 9th of January. SS Buria. First class cabin passageway. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine... Damn, right, should be a voice actress? Yeah, dude. You might as well just sign me up. Sign me up. And we won't be able to do for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh yes, he completely disappeared. When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrist. Examine. I really wish we had a chance to look around in Miss Pavlova's cabin. Stroganov. What? Why you look like that? You want something? Hmm? Maybe you want me to throw you out again, hmm? Oh, no, definitely not that. Next time I have to throw you out, I show you where lobsters spend winter. Understand? Understand? Maybe I should steer clear of him until he's forgotten my face. I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruto-san. Oh, looks like we already examined everything because we had the check mark. Yeah, looks like we already examined. Oh, not this though. First class cabin, number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our cabin, it's Kazuma-sama's. Sorry? Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. Anyway, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga has managed to uncover any new clues. Yes, we should probably find him and ask. Alright. Oh. Oh. Move. Alright, let's go to Cosmo's cabin. 9th January. SS Buria. First class cabin. Number 1. It looks like they're still investigating in here.
Yes, on that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed.
What do you mean, unscathed?
Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you.
Oh, yeah. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. You! Where did you go? Oh, sorry, I just went to the next door cabin to investigate. Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, Seaman Hosonaga did. Huh, that new Japanese, was it? Later, I will roll him into a ball and throw him in cold room. Woo, he's gone back to guarding the door. Hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. Ah, fuck. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival.
That could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san.
Looks like nothing changed here either. This is where Cosmo spent his final moments writing his diary.
1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What it looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Looking at his writing here on this page, it's almost impossible to believe that he's gone.
Kazuma-sama left us a valuable clue in these words, I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery, Naruhodo-san.
We will. Oh, there he is. Right there. Yo, he got beat up! Ah, you're back. Inspector! What happened to you? Your face is... Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches. Maybe made by a bear, maybe. When I told the captain I gave you permission to investigate, he told me he pummeled me with his fist and then tossed me overboard. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing really. Looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to.
Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little more about the neighboring cabin.
Yes, so I understand.
Oh!
I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German though. Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare notes then? We can tell you what we found out. Fuck, he got into that stupid pose again, dude. Yes, let's do it. The cabin next door. What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door? Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Monka. Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. Oh, how? It's just a scratch. Hosonaga, he probably got beat up by a bear. Pretty much, dude. Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oops, now I definitely upset him.
Inspector, has your investigation here proved fruitful?
Just but a flesh wound, Hosonaga, probably. If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job.
Oh, I see.
Ah, there's one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh, what?
Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please.
New information. What is this new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Buria medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. Oh, Kazuma's post-mortem report?
Kazuma-sama.
So, what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. His neck was broken? Yes, it would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury, so at first I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object. Something that wouldn't leave a mark. Oh, I see. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Poor Kazuma. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never had agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Ah. The post-mortem report has been entered into the court's record. Alright, let's talk about the detective.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he?
Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now that you mention it, yes. There's one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all he said. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. It was when he was over there by the piece of broken glass, do you see? Ah, perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark. Do you think? Ah, yes, that must be it. But how could Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish? Huh. That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it, Susato-san?
Well, Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue.
Dark tan? A sort of dark brownish red, then?
Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him.
Oh, does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? The mark on the floor has been entered to the court record. My jaw kind of hurts. Not gonna lie. And my jaw, like right here, like the thing that connects it, that shit kind of hurts. I don't know why. That's really all I could tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you.
Poor Inspector, you look exhausted.
Oh, no. Well, I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. It was my responsibility. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. Ah, fuck my jaw, dude. You were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have a heavy head ever since I woke up this morning. A heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing too. Oops. Let's examine our new thingies. Victim, male, Far Eastern, time of death sometime between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 a.m. Cause of death, damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. Yes. A mark on the floor, yes. I see. All the books provided for the passengers occupying this cabin neatly arranged on the shelf. They were all over the place when we first looked around, if you remember. Oh yes, and you tidied them up, didn't you? You have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in the cabins leads to damage. But it really wasn't me who knocked them over. Well,
anyway, I feel much better now that they're neatly lined up. I can relax when things are untidy.
these are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria.
Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
So by bringing her pet on board, Miss Pavlova has broken the rules.
She called it her friend, didn't she?
Yes, although we don't know what form this friend takes as of yet.
I'm almost certain that whatever it is, it's inside the traveling case in her cabin.
Huh, a friend. There's more to this than it seems, I think. I like how we could just walk out of the room. That's kind of funny. 9th January, SS Buria, first class cabin. Passageway.
Ah! Look, Naruhodo-san! Seaman Stroganoff is gone!
Strong enough?
The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us.
Ugh, all these Russian names are impossible to remember. Tra-la-la. Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, lira-lira-lay, I did it the great detective way. This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can and investigate. Definitely, before that stringy knot crewman comes back.
It's Stroganoff, not Stringy Knot.
I bet you the detective's in here. 9th January, SS Buria, first class cabin, number 2. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Susato-san. Oh, where's she gone? Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things. There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. I suppose you're right, for Kazuma's sake.
Not just for Kazuma-sama.
What do you mean?
It can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there.
Really? We must
solve this case, Naruhodo-san, by ourselves if we have to.
Yes, we will. Examine. Ah yes, they're displayed in this cabin too. Look. The SS Buria rule the passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabin. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read this. Her special friend, I mean.
I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. Probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine.
I just hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard.
Oh yes, so do I. All the books have toppled over together. Look, every single one.
Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He toppled too, though.
It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Kazuma cabin. Perhaps.
Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase.
I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company?
Alright then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage.
Not everything bad that happens on this ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again in here too. Oh.
I don't like seeing things in disarray.
Bro, she fucked up, dude. Now she's got... Oh, man. Now she's gonna know someone's been in her room because it's fucking... It's set up. This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. If the bolt's drawn across, there's no way anybody could enter the cabin from outside. Yes.
Yes, it's not a particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across on its own accord, would it?
No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets unbolted from outside.
And it seals up perfectly too, to stop any seawater coming in. So you could use the method you told me of passing a thread through a crack or around the closed door either.
I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me.
Naruhodo-san, are you there?
Sorry? I'm right here. Yes? Why?
Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home.
Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump into every wardrobe you see. Or every wardrobe I see, you know.
Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes.
Huh? I was rather hoping we find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck. Oh man, there it is. There is the copy pasta. There it is. So this ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door.
Yes, although what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room.
Maybe. It's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm.
Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning.
Huh. That is a possibility.
Hey.
Oh, anyway, last night, Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled band coming out of this ventilator. There's one of these next to the bed in Kazuma's cabin, too.
Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist.
She barely hesitated there, and she gave it a good tug, too.
No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come.
John Dragon Senpai is not hosting my stream with one viewer. Thanks for the host. Why is my... Okay. There you go. My alert should be louder now. We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret.
Oh my, Miss Pavlova's case is open. It's completely empty inside, but according to the great detectives, great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there.
Yes, a friend that
she had to keep secret.
Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Buria, I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? There are just a few books on the desk, nothing else by the looks of it.
Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all.
That's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read. Huh, let me see. Yes, I see.
It was seen that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading.
Books?
Books written in Russian.
Thanks, I think I probably already knew that.
It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhodo-san. Kindly remember that.
Okay. Wait, is that it? Can't look around anymore? Am I not missing anything? No? Is that it? Oh, here you go.
It was seen this teapot is empty.
Huh. So the natural conclusion is that the Russians are a very thirsty people.
Or because Miss Pavlova only came in this cabin last night, she hadn't had the chance to make any tea yet. I mean, it could be either.
It's definitely not their. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I laid 1,000 to 1 on it. You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san?
I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Yes.
Oh yes. It doesn't seem like it's been dropped. More like it was put there deliberately.
Ah, do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here?
What? A leak?
Is this ship quite safe?
I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is going to sink.
No, you're right. Of course you're right.
She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she?
I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Shall we have a little look and see what's been thrown away? Naruhodo-san, it's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know.
Ugh, lies. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now.
However, there are special circumstances, I think.
Exactly, we have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all.
Oh, well, that's a little disappointing.
Wait, is that it now? Is there no more? Alright, I think that's it. Wait, is there something I'm missing in there? Huh? Oh!
Oh! Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes, look!
Wow, you never know where he's going to turn up next, do you?
He seems to be stealing a look at something he sings to himself.
Tra la la lira lira lay, I did it the great detective way. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits? Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky Herlock was about. Excuse me? I solved it all and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes! Ow! What is it? You want to fight, Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing, and I was just about to reach the climactic finish. Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now's a good time as any. I very nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now, can you put those fists away? The fuck is that animation, dude?
Mr. Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted you.
Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in the study of the ship's log as penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here.
Oh yes, the ship's log.
And did you find anything useful from it?
Well,
After 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank, which means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened. So, you truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. Ha ha. Sorry? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you
mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Observe the other pages and all shall become clear. It was seen the same crewman of oft-stand sentry in the first class passageway. And he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes? Nothing to report. Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report.
Do you mean?
Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night which led to the seaman being absent from his post.
What kind of circumstances? What happened?
That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. The ship's log has been entered into the court record. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes. Brilliance. Oh, ouch. What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason. Nothing more. Well, my friends, until our next encounter. He's still singing to himself. I can hear as he wanders off down the passageway. Is something wrong, Susato-san? He seemed lost in thought.
It's just, well, I feel the same.
Sorry?
Ever since I woke this morning, I had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing.
Oh, you too?
That door leads to the second class area.
It's locked. I can't open it.
No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape.
Ah, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. Miss Pavlova's cabin.
This could be our chance.
What?
That Burley's.
Wait. We could investigate. Every last inch. Wait, didn't we already talk to her about this? Oh, I don't think there's anything else, so I guess we go back into the cabin. Ding-a-ling-ling-ling-a-ling-ling-ling-ling. Ah, what's that? Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted at quarter mile 4. Full stop. Hard to starboard. All hands brace for impact. What the? Nani? I think we're about to crash into another ship. What? Nani? I can't stand. Susato-san, hold on to me. Susato-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all?
I think I'm fine, thank you, Naruhodo-san.
Oh. That's why all the books are toppled over.
I think. Yes.
Yes, the ship has come to a stop.
Oh my goodness, what about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance. Oh, that sounds like Inspector
Hosanaka.
Is that you in there, Naruhodo-san? Unbolt the door quickly. What? The bolt? Look at that. The door's bolted. Did you do that, Susato-san?
No, I didn't touch it.
Well, that's strange. How did... And look at all the books. They're just like they were before again.
Naruhodo-san, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in?
I better tie this place up first. Our violent emergency stop had solved one mystery at least, in a very vivid way. But I knew what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. I hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. To be continued. Da-da-da. Wow. Part 2 investigating was really short. Compared to part 1, dude. Part 1 was like, god damn. Alright. That's why there's a fucking part 3 to it. Well, I guess this ends fucking part 2 of the YouTube, so. Or like whatever fucking part. I think, what is it? Episode 5 of YouTube. So. I guess episode 5 is going to be a short episode. But. Let's continue on to investigation part 3. 9th January, SS Buria, Miss Pavlova's cabin. Somehow, the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Susato-san took a deep breath, then gently slid back the bolt. You! What are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? Ah, you both look unhurt. Good. Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we're going to collide with another ship. Yes, it appears to have been a false report though. Oh, how did that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered our alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop. Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming. Crew are running everywhere. The first class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm? Does that mean that someone's pressed that button outside? Ah! You wait. Oh wait, I forgot her. What was her voice? You wicked intruder, dressed all in black. You are the devil. Sorry, me? I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is a first. You opened my traveling case. How could you? What? No. We didn't touch it. That's right. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector. Yes. Arrest this man. I know he did it. He is a criminal. It is not enough that he has killed a man. Ah, and he is a stowaway as well. If Vixen promises not to steal chicken, do you believe? Ugh. Take him away. He is a trespasser as well as everything else. Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She is right. You are devil. It doesn't look good, does it? There is cell below deck. Throw him in. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police. Wait, a cell?
Please, Inspector Hosanaka, is there nothing you can do?
This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options.
This is terrible.
This is a real crisis. I got to find a solution. Immediately. Miss Pavlova, can I...
Get out!
Listen, I'm sorry that we snuck in here without your permission, but...
Get out! Now!
Oh, wait. Get out now! Oh! Suka! Suka, bliat. Ugh, it's just no use. She's not going to listen. I need to find someone who will. You've got yourself in a difficult situation here. By entering this cabin uninvited, I mean. Sorry? I was just so desperate to find a clue. I'm afraid there's really nothing more I can do to help you. If I push my luck any further, a punch to the face will be the least of my worries. I'm really sorry. I have to take responsibility for giving you the freedom to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin. Now this has happened, I have to report to the captain at once. I really need some help here. I need a savior to rescue me from this crisis. Please, just give me a little more time. I do nothing for you, except show you a way to ship's prison cell. Ugh, thanks, but no thanks. But I'm innocent. I didn't kill anyone. And trespassing and stowing away? Well, you know, sometimes life can lead you down some unusual avenues, and well... Enough, you are guilty. Ship's cell is only place fit for you. Come on, there has to be someone. Some savior to rescue me from this crisis. What the fuck, dude? What is he doing? How did he even get there? What the? What are you doing up there? Mr. Sholmes? Naturally, I was analyzing what a weight of 20,000 rubles feels like on one head. Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do or not? This isn't merely tomfoolery, my boy. Oh, no, no. Well, why were you hanging from that hook before then? Isn't it obvious to properly assess the weight of the 20,000 rubles naturally? I wish to determine if it would bend that conceited-looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce. Ugh, I never know whether to take this man seriously or not. Ah, you again, the great detective. Ah, Inspector, I confess, I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than the hook on the wall next time. What is to report? Speak. An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Yes, the case of the curious murder that took place last night, here on this vessel, the steamship Buria, has been solved by me, naturally. What?
Really?
Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. So, allow me to illuminate all your minds. For I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Oh, is it fucking deduction mode again? Oh, never mind. Ha! You have solved it? Even Hedgehog understands this case. We all knew who was responsible for killing Student Boy this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe. It is this stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it. I didn't do it! The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim. Because as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. This means that the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin. Yes, it is what's called a locked room mystery in detective stories. Ah, locked room. That is point.
The room was locked.
Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin. You're all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all. What? Oh yes, there's another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. What other entrance? We never discovered one. Why, it gapes open-mouthed at you even as we speak. The ventilator, man. The ventilator? Ah, 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 ah. You think this is funny? I can't even put my arm through that hole. That's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left through the victim's cabin through that tiny opening? It's not possible. Ah, but it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. Mr.
Sholmes, do you mean? Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Precisely, my dear madam. But what does it mean? What is this speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? There's a distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready. What I am about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your cores. Behold! Ah! What the? It's a snake! Allow me to introduce you all to the band, the speckled band. A snake? Indubitably. Mr. Sholmes, just one thing. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? It looks more stripy, wouldn't you say? Huh? Yes, you're right. I think in this case you have to call it
the striped band, wouldn't you?
You both see and observe with distinction. However, do you not think that that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall?
Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap?
How exactly? I think perhaps it is time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova?
I'm sorry for the
young man who died, but that is all. This death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. There are two conclusions I have drawn from the facts. Number one, last night your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin.
Ah!
And number two, that same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life.
No.
She turned as white as a bowl of rice again. Sholmes must be right. He hit the nail on the head. This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi? It looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. So everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh shit, deduction minigame. Topic 1. Intruder's identity. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. The whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. And it is that very pain that evidenced your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin at this portentous night? Why, naturally, it was friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. And yet, that fact leaves us in quandary. The victim's written observation on the night in question tell of a speckled band, whereas regrettably, the specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we give then, pray? What was the sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night?
No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this.
But it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, even hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you are trying to but failing to conceal can only be the snake's slowed skin. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin, no? I don't know what you're talking about. Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, and your then speckled friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. In the dim light, it appeared the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled band. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it slows its skin. A snake so dreadful we can only imagine it will be found in the deepest depth of India. A beloved speckled snake. Topic 2. How Mr. Asogi died. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life and why? According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear there would be no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Now, if we take that as a fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm that it at the scene of the crime.
Oh no, could there be?
Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. The almost but not as quite imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth. Yes, the vestiges of the snake bite delivered by your terrifying friend. This makes no sense. There is no point feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right. Here's the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt. You don't... It is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound that you heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend. To train? Indeed, you put... Indeed, you put the serpent through the ventilator and wait. After it appeared, you summon it back with a whistle. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for a sign of life to ignore. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you release the snake once more. Do you deny the snake has undergone such training? It's not true. Having slithered through the ventilator and down the bell cord, the creature needed only to sink its fang in once. And its venom could course through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor young man's life. There can be no doubt, my logic is infallible. Conclusion: death by a venomous snake bite. Thus concludes Sherlock Sholmes' great detection of the speckled band. Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There on the floor you will observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is the key to training any creature. Incredible! You solved the mystery. Amazing, your great deduction really lives up to his name. I see now why Sherlock Sholmes has become such a household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable, as the Russians say. I could have done it with one left hand.
Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes?
But of course, what's on your mind?
It's just about your deduction before. Some things don't quite make sense to me.
I welcome questions as to my method, and will answer both loudly and proudly.
Oh, well, good. First of all, snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family.
You are well informed, madam.
And reptiles, don't drink milk.
Ah.
It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward.
No matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example. The logic holds.
Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears.
Ah.
Yes, so I'm not sure it would be really possible to signal to a snake by whistling.
But ma'am, what of the tales from Arabia? Have you not heard the snakes that dance to the sounds of a flute?
I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements.
Oh, I see. No hands, no feet, no ears. These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless. Don't take it out on the snakes, Mr. Sholmes.
There is one other thing.
You have more?
Snakes use the scales on their bellies to repel themselves. So, I'm not really sure that a snake can manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the one in these cabins.
Then it should try harder.
Please, don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have gone back without help. What I'm trying to say is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine a snake could have had a part in this. I think we need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh no, you don't mean...
Yes, we need to modify Mr. Sholmes' latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be.
I had a feeling this was coming. Alright, let's give it a try. Just what I was waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, right. So cast your eyes down to your wrist again. What? Oh, You've done it again! Your handcuffs are gone! Where did they go? Fear not, I shall see they are restored after our work is done. I really wish you'd lead them off. Now, everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Topic 1. Intruder's identity. Conclusion. A beloved snake. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. The whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. She does have a pain expression on her face. Yes, that's true. She looks as though Cosmo-sama's death is weighing heavily on her mind. But you're not sure Mr. Sholmes has read her quite correctly, is that it? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression then?
Let's take a moment and really look closely at Miss Pavlova.
Oh! Claw scratch. Uh-oh.
Oh, Naruto-san, look! That looks like a very painful wound.
It looks like a scratch made by some kind of small animal. And fairly recently, too. Well, whatever scratched her doesn't
appear to be around here.
Yes! Yes! Yes, when you recall those horrid events, that claw scratch smarts with pain. Indeed, and simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch sometime last night?
Ah!
When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. It seems that likely that the scratch mark on the back of Miss Pavlova's hand was made by this friend of hers, doesn't it? Except, snakes don't have claws, do they?
No, they don't. They don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow. Well then, if that snake isn't her pet, what is? What's the true identity of this friend of hers? We should follow her gaze, Naruto-san. That's where we'll find the answer.
Photograph frame. Ah, look at the photograph in this frame. This must be something Miss Pavlova brought with her when she ran away.
She's exceptionally beautiful, isn't she?
Yes, that's true. But personally, it's the little black creature she's holding that caught my eye. Maybe we better take a closer look at this. Look at the little cat Miss Pavlova is cuddling here.
Oh, what a cute kitten! You could vie with you, couldn't it, Naruto-san, for the blackest outfit?
Huh, a black kitten. And from the look of this picture, at least, Miss Pavlova seemed very attached to it. That must be a stage costume she's wearing. It's quite stunning. I should like to have something like that. And she wears the 20,000 rubles on her head as well. Look. It's called a
tiara, Naruto-san. You shouldn't think of it purely in terms of its value.
She must be a strong-willed woman to turn her back on the world stage and run away all on her own. Alright. Present the kitten.
Yes!
Without doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us. Yes, the scratch on the back of your hand makes that abundantly clear. Oh,
Oh no!
Oh no! The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear. But what is clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you? Ah! Darka is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind. Darka wouldn't appear to be a Russian blue. And yet, that fact leaves us in the quandary. The victim written an observation on the night in question tell of a speckled band. Whereas regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we give then? Pray, what was the sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you are trying but failing to conceal can only be the snake-slowed skin.
Do you see that? She just took something out of her pocket and hid it behind her back.
If she just left it in her pocket, no one would have ever known.
Oh yes, ploys like that are Mr. Schoen's specialty. He's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something.
I thought deduction was his specialty, or maybe making believe that was a ploy too.
Anyway, I find it hard to believe that the skin of a snake.
In which case, just what is Miss Pavlova hiding behind her back? The fuck is that? Well, it is speckled, and it is a band, but what is it? It seems to be soft and fluffy, a long piece of cloth of some sort, and that looks like a handle on one end.
I think it might be a cat's toy. This sort is common in the West, apparently.
How is that a toy for cats?
Cats like to chase the band around and paw at it. Kittens, I particularly love that sort of play. You only need to wave it in front of them and they'll pounce to catch it.
Haha, that sounds positively adorable. Cat's toy. Oh, what's that? Oh, newspaper. Wait, you can inspect her ear. Holy shit. Let's inspect her ear. She has such petite
ears among that beautiful hair, like little pink shells.
Oh, what's that? There's something dangling down from her ear.
Ah, that's an earring. The crescent moon looks as though it's made from wood. It's charming, isn't it?
Women do seem to love adornments like that. In their hair, around their necks, on their fingers, and even hanging from their ears, it seems.
Well, jewelry is beautiful, Naruto-san.
Oh. Is it different? There's something attached to your ear.
I expect that's what's called an earring. It's a little piece of jewelry.
An earring? Is it? It really is tiny.
Perhaps part of it is missing. Maybe it broke off. So now all that's left is the clasp part that attaches to the ear.
If that's the case, it doesn't appear to have noticed that it's broken.
Yes!
Yes, the thing you are trying but failing to conceal is, a cat's toy. Precisely, and that's the true nature of the now infamous speckled band. Ah! And it was this toy that you dangled through the ventilator. You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it. But why? For what reason? My dear boy, there can only be one answer to that. After her feline friend disappeared through the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat toy to incite the creature to return. Ah. In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of crime, is a blithesome Russian blue breed of a cat by the name of Darka. Kya! Kya! A truly troublesome feline young Darka is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You will forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova. The photograph of Miss Pavlova and Darka has been entered into the court record. It was after I gave her food last night. That's when it happened. She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared. Through the ventilator. Darka, she is so naughty. Solved. Stamp. Topic 2. How Mr. Asogi died. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. The grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data of which I had been apprised, it would appear there are no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom.
What Mr. Sholmes is saying is true. There were no signs of a wound anywhere on Kazuma-san's body.
That's right. But Mr. Sholmes seems to be unaware of one very important detail. Kazuma wasn't poisoned.
Yes, it would seem so. Let's get the information he's missing now.
Post-mortem report.
Yes!
In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the post-mortem report. Ah, yes, I knew it was one or the other. His neck was... Indeed, the breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that. Seaman Stroganoff isn't some immortal freak, you know. The jury is out. Anyway, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm that at the scene of the crime. Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased's body will prove the cause of death conclusively. Kazuma died because his neck was broken. In other words, he was probably struck by something. Or someone. Yes, that's a distinct possibility. As of yet, no weapon has been found though. Presumably, Darka didn't silently creep up behind Kazuma and deal him a fatal blow.
I suppose it's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. It could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident.
Oh yes, a bad fall could explain.
It's rather hard to believe that of Kazuma-sama though. He wasn't a clumsy man.
Well, we need to fix the deduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that could explain what happened? This. The mark on the floor.
Yes!
He fucking slipped on it, dude. Yes, an examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively. This particular mark so prominently visible next to the victim's body as a deposit of shoe polish. Shoe polish? Indeed. Positively identified by a little analysis device I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results. The undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Asogi's lace leather shoes. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped. Please, no. And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant, he lost his life. No! I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Asogi lost his life? Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. You did all you could to consider incriminating evidence. But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. I don't believe
it! Kazuma-san was merely tripped over and now he's no more. It can't be true. I have refused to accept it.
I know it's hard to believe, but the matter on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened.
What?
And if this part of Mr. Sohn's deduction is right, Miss Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here in this cabin, somewhere in the direction that she just cast her eyes. Where, I wonder? Let's have a good look around. The answer must be here somewhere. Wait, what? Trying to hide evidence in the trash can?
This is a waste paper basket. Perhaps all first-class cabins have them.
But Miss Pavlova had only started occupying this cabin late last night. Presumably there's not much rubbish in there yet. Oh shit, what is that?
It's a broken piece of glass, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. If it looks familiar, perhaps it's more than your mind simply playing tricks on you. Alright, let's see what else we can inspect here. Let's inspect the tiara. Ah, somebody appears to have dropped 20,000 rubles here. It hasn't been dropped, Naruhodo-san. It's been placed. I'm starting to sound like Mr. Sohn. Stop trying to sound
like the great detective.
Anything else I could inspect? Inspect the traveling case. This is where Miss Pavlova hid her friend.
That's right, and it wasn't a mistake after all.
No, it was that little kitten she calls Darka. Not that it's anywhere to be seen now. Seems to have let itself outside the case and gone exploring. I expect it's wrapped itself around someone's head trying to make a new friend. Either that or it's scratching their hand to pieces. The point is, where has it gone to?
Yes!
That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in the waste paper basket. Ah! Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact. Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asogi's cabin. And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. Oh no! So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death, should be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin? Yeah! You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not? I don't know. And that hushed Russian accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. What? Take it away, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell, that would be... I don't know this. I actually don't know this. Uh-oh. I'm afraid I can't read a word of Russian. No, me neither. I have no idea what any of this says. The pair of you floundering is a sorry state. Allow me to offer some assistance. The article on the front page of this newspaper is concerned with the fearsome Russian revolutionary. Raised revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. Yes, she told us that before. It reveals also that those who see this man's beard with their own eyes never live to tell the tale.
Oh my goodness, he is fearsome!
Well, presumably the newspaper photographer was alright, wasn't he? The solution is obvious, of course. If he despises his beard to that degree, he needs to only shave it off. I'm not quite sure that's the problem, Mr. Sholmes. So according to what Mr. Sholmes told us before, the article is about a dancer from a Russian ballet company that disappeared for some reason. Yes, a prima ballerina called Nikolina Pavlova. Is that the bell earring? Is it the earring?
And the tiara she was wearing at the same time appears to be a very valuable piece of jewelry.
What was it, 20,000 rubles? Yes, I have no idea how much that really is, but I feel sure you've given change from that amount even after buying all the cakes in that shop. Her imagination's really running away with her.
And now, in order to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara, the company has requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain.
Is there a better picture? Oh! The cat! The cat has a bell on it. I'm fucking dumb.
Yes!
The cat has a bell on it. If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see, hanging from Darka's collar, the very glass bell in question. Hi. The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night died so after a truly inauspicious fall. And the cause of that fateful stumble your absent feline friend, Darka. I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry. Death by tripping over a cat. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Kazuma died because he fell down? Oh my goodness gracious. Kazuma died by falling over. That fucking hero of a character died by... Oh my... I don't even know what the fuck... Oh my... I can't believe it. Why don't you tell us now, Miss Pavlova? Tell us exactly what happened last night. It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darka. So I gave her some food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands. People do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments. She was so fast, she disappeared through that ventilator before I could stop her. And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it? Yes. And I had read the rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed Darka with me. Yes. Modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It's a precaution, really. So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. It was very quiet. I was sure if someone was there, he must be sleeping. So at that point, you thought it'd be safe to lure the kitten back again? Oh wait, no. What the fuck? Who am I reading? By dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator and into the adjoining cabin? Darka always loves this toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy. I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. She didn't return. So the faint whistling sound Kazuma wrote about in his diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet. Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened. Yes, so there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she had calmed. Oh, I just had to wait until she had calmed down. But then, meow. Thud.
I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out and then... Oh, it was such a dreadful bang. Then afterwards, nothing. It was totally silent. Kazuma was. From the appearance of that brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping up. The SS Buria is a large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. If Mr. Asoki was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet, the combination of unfortunate factors could easily have caused him to fall over. But what became of the kitten afterwards? In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator. Yet Darka is nowhere to be seen. I must have forgotten to lock my case. And now she's disappeared again. Gracious, that cat is as insufferably restless as I am. Well, he knows something about himself at least. When I woke this morning, I heard that a young man in the cabin next to mine had died. But I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. I was too scared. Scared that they would send me back. Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake? You're right. Where is it? The snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova. Then whose is it? And where did it come from? What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing on board this ship? Oh, I didn't say? Snake is my friend. His name is Piroziko. Huh? 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 Nani? That snake belongs to you? He escaped from cage when an emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect to find him here. Yes, how did that snake get in this cabin? But animals are not permitted on board. Ah, we are at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without a close friend? Without someone who understands? Couldn't you find someone a little more human? Who understands you better? But my dear burly fellow, a gargantuan venomous snake, surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in. No venom. Huh? Piroziko does not have any venom. He is harmless, very long but very gentle. He is adorable, like Granny. It's venomless? Yes. Now he is hungry, so he is in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see big smile. And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose? Ah, like they say they milk chickens? Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stores. Piroziko eats mouses. Big fat round mouses. Ah. Oh, so is that what the mousetrap in the passageway out there is for? Of course. How else can I catch my friend's favorite food? Nothing says top of the food chain like the look in their eyes right now. It refuses to drink milk, it can't hear a whistle, it can't climb up a bell cord, and it's not even venomous. How the deuce did something so inept land a starring role? It's not my fault. I do not make up stories. My Piroziko has nothing to do with this incident. So that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. Yeah, I just got flashed like 4 times, dude. What the fuck is this? God damn. Miss Pavlova! I understand the difficult situation you found yourselves in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you.
But what are you talking about, Miss Mikotoba? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. It was just a series of unfortunate events, an accident.
I'm no great detective like Mr. Sholmes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. But even I can see that was not the truth.
Uh-oh. So he didn't die from falling over.
Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo?
To be perfectly honest, yes. There is a discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure of it. I just can't quite put my finger on it. I confess, I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issue on this matter. Oh. I am only present here for a very specific reason. The truth is, you, Mr. Naruhodo, are simply a distraction. A distraction? I do hope you've been finding your shackles too... I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable. Ah! Not again! When did he do that? Especially as they're on your wrist as a result of my intervention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we make our next port call. You were, Mr. Sholmes? Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours. Was he not? Yes. Kazuma was my closest friend. I owed him my freedom even. In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, whatever that may be. The truth? The key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If I can chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear. The truth about how you really died. And about how that scene in your cabin really came to be. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo.
Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo.
So then, shall we begin? Yes. What we should ponder first is the victim who lost his life in a cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. Was this truly an unfortunate accident? Or was it in fact no accident at all? This is what we must establish first in the first instance. But we already established it, haven't we? The man tripped over the kitten that had climbed into his cabin via the ventilator. Tragic, yes, but still an accident.
Hold it!
Wait, let's just take a step back. It doesn't make sense if that's really what happened, does it? I'm going to have to ask you to spell it out for me, I'm afraid. Yes, it's starting to take shape now. There's a clear contradiction between the facts and Miss Pavlova's story here. The evidence is right there in Kazuma's cabin, it's undeniable. His death couldn't possibly have been a mere accident. Really? Let us show our hand, Mr. Naruhodo. Time to present the evidence. The evidence that proves that the victim's death was no mere accident. How his death wasn't an accident. How his death wasn't an accident, huh? Strong blow. Shit! Is it a post-mortem? Or is it this?
Yes!
What point are you trying to make with that evidence? I'm starting to see how Kazuma's death really happened, I think. I think that you are starting to see nothing of the sort, and that was the evidence to prove it. Ah! Shoot! What the fuck was it? If it was no accident, what should we be looking for in one of those things? Either absent of something you would expect to find at the scene of an accident, or the present of something you wouldn't. Most competitive, blah blah blah, my dear madam. Ah, I see. Huh. I confess you're rather languid. I see. Doesn't it fill me with confidence, Mr. Naruhodo?
Don't worry, Mr. Naruhodo. I believe in you. Well more than Mr. Shulm does anyway.
Yes. It's starting to take shape now. I don't get it. What is the evidence? The bell?
Yes!
This piece of broken glass next to the mark on the floor. But that's the glass bell the kid had around his neck. We already know it's all about that. It was broken in half when the victim tripped over the cat and fell. So we already have a satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic? Unfortunately, there's a very big flaw. A fatal flaw. What? If that's really what happened. Then how did one half of the bell end up back here in this cabin? Ah. Yes, remember that we found the other half of the glass bell in that waste paper basket? Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova? Oh no. That's not the only
reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asogi's cabin. A remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there if what Miss Pavlova told us was true.
What? So, Susato-san noticed it too then. Putting a piece of glass aside, there's something else that gives the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident? In other words, this!
Yes!
The truth is clearly recorded in this photographic print. There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. That script, it's Russian, isn't it? Indeed, it is. The word written means wardrobe. I see what you mean. Most people will leave a dying message in their native language. Japanese in this case. But maybe he was studying Russian. It is a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast. That doesn't seem likely. That's actually not the point. It doesn't make no difference whether he knew Russian or not. Sorry? What do you mean? Exactly what I said before. There is no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why is clearly explained in here. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. Instant death. Ah. Which means after the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't have possibly have written anything. Because he was already dead. Both these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. That's when Mr. Asogi died last night in his cabin. There was someone else in the room. And that same person deliberately arranged the scene to disguise the truth in order to cover up their own guilt. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, there was someone else present in Mr. Asogi's.
You are wasting time. Someone else was there? Duh, of course, we know this. What are you talking about? Bulkhead was bolted shut from the inside. There was no way in or out. Oh, yes. And only other person in cabin with young student died was you.
Yes!
Yes. It's true I was in the cabin when it happened. You were shut inside the cabin wardrobe to be precise about the details. But I don't know Russian. There's no way I would have left that message. Not would have. There's no way you could have left that message to be precise about the details. Would you mind? Forgive me, my dear fellow. As I was saying, The person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor. In an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I had been asleep in there the entire time. And then the same person picked up the broken glass bell that had fallen to the floor, for fear of it becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asogi really died. But why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the bell away? Leaving half behind was always going to raise eyebrows. Yes, well, it was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark. The single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would have barely have casted any light onto the floor there. Little wonder then that the culprit failed to notice the fragment of the tiny item.
You all suspected me, don't you?
Seaman Stroganoff? Nina is woman of sea. She is daughter of strong sailor. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skills and she went away to join ballet company. But before she was dancer on this ship, a member of ship's band. You do not accuse Ship's Angel of being criminal. Ah, so that's it. You say that when young student died, Nina was there in his cabin? But that is not possible. I give my tooth. Huh. Well, this is almost interesting. And why would you give your tooth, pray? How can you be so sure? Huh. You are a great detective, you should know. Look truth in eyes. Cabin bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. Nobody could go into cabin. Not Nina, not anyone. Or you want me to tell me the killer could walk through the locked doors. Yet, it's impossible. Ugh, he's right. But wait, I read about this in detective stories. People often tie thread around door latches so they can open and close them from the outside. Thread? Are you stupid? These bulkheads are not barn doors. Certainly not. They are watertight doors as one would expect to find on any modern steamship. Constructed of heavy steel with not a gap in sight. No threads or needles or magnets could have been used. No, of course not. I thought so too.
But Mr. Naruhodo suggested it earlier, so...
Susato-san, how could you shit down to me like this? So Seaman Stroganoff has a valid point. The cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside. Not necessarily. What? What? I put it to you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a finger on it. And in this very cabin, we can see the traces of the method I have in mind having been used before. I don't believe it. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, I believe you know what I mean, don't you? A way to shut the bolt of the cabin door from the outside? One way does spring to mind, yes.
Do you really know what Mr. Shones mean, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, and so should you. Because we've seen it happen. Indeed we have. So would you care to do the honors, Mr. Naruhodo? Point out the telling signs of the method that was used to slide the cabin door bolt across from the outside. That was kind of monk ass. I heard a fucking what is it called? I heard a fucking explosion. Wait, right here. Look, the books are knocked over. Is that not a telling sign? Oh, this. What? Why is nothing being highlighted? Wait, what? I can't pick this.
Yes.
Unless I do that. Look at the bookcase there. See how all the books and things on it have toppled over? That must have happened when the ship
made its emergency stop before.
Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel after all. When the engines are thrown into reverse, a violent jolt goes across the entire ship. Any small objects that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over.
I believe, yes, that's what's known as the force of inertia, acting on the objects. Is there nothing Susato-san doesn't know?
Or is there something Susato-san doesn't know? Or isn't in her book at least? Well, whatever it's called, the same force that pushed over those books on those bookcase also made something else in this cabin move. The bolt on the cabin door.
Ah!
It was very obvious just after the emergency stop that the ship made earlier. We had come into the cabin not long before and we hadn't bolted the door. But then... Hello, is anybody in there? Sorry if you need assistance. Oh, that sounds like... Inspector Hosonaga.
Inspector Hosonaga!
Oh, yes. That's it. When the ship stopped suddenly, the bolt flew across and locked the door. Yes, it's made of metal, but it's small and light enough to be moved by the ship's sudden change of speed. Or the force of inertia, if you want to call it that. Are you trying to say that last night, after Mr. Asogi was killed? The SS Burya made another emergency stop. When I woke up this morning and looked around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All the books on the shelves had toppled over, and all the ornaments. It was almost as if someone had to run their hand across the shelves and deliberately knock everything over.
Oh yes, I remember that. I stood them all up again, didn't I?
That's when we came into this cabin. We were surprised to see the same thing in here. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like in Mr. Asogi's cabin.
Oh my!
Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova? Are you out of your mind? You say Burya made an emergency stop? It does seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly have happened? Unless you're saying that the culprit is actually someone from the engine room. Oh, it is simple enough. Huh? Are you forgetting the button in the passageway outside? Used to trigger the emergency alarm?
Oh yes, of course. There was a notice, wasn't there? Telling you only to press the button in times of emergency.
On dark nights when the fog is dense, the captain cannot afford to rely on the eyes of his lookout alone. Hence the placement of a number of buttons around the vessel to allow any crewman to raise the alarm. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press to satisfy one's curiosity. Wait, it was you? When a button is pressed, two things happen in the interest of safety. The emergency alarm bell rings and the vessel comes to a complete stop. As indeed it did a little earlier today.
Mr. Sholmes, surely it wasn't you who...
As I always say, a button has but one purpose in life. To be pressed, whenever the occasion. He sounds almost proud of himself. How dare you mess with ship? I report you to Captain. You are in much trouble now. Now, I'm sure all that can wait until later. Let us not overlook the fact that we have learnt a valuable lesson. When the vessel makes an emergency stop, the bolts on the cabin door slide closed. So, what we must now consider... Yes,
it all comes down to one thing now. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Asogi, did this ship make an emergency stop or did it not?
You are idiots. Burya is a huge ship with many passengers. If we make an emergency stop even in the middle of night, there will be chaos everywhere. What are your thoughts, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, it's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support that idea. Really? What evidence, Mr. Naruhodo? Fascinating. Do show us, my good man. What evidence promotes the theory that some emergency gripped this vessel last night? This, the log.
Yes!
Seaman Stroganoff. It's your duty to patrol the first-class area of the ship, isn't that right? Ah, that is correct. Why? In the ship's log here, this will be where you record the details of your duty. What are you doing with that? That is mine. Ah, you rather carelessly left it atop the little makeshift burrow in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we took it into our care with our mind to return to you later. I left it there on purpose. This is where I put it always. The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances you write the phrase nothing to report every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night until first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all. Nothing recorded in the log? That is... because nothing happened. But if nothing happened, you would normally write nothing to report. Wouldn't you? Indeed so, which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m., something happened. Oh, here, aboard the SS Burya. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact. Are you suggesting that the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night? Stop talking rubbish. If I'm perfectly honest, I find that a little hard to believe myself. Oh, why? Well, because if something as major as an emergency stop really had happened, surely all of us would have noticed. That's very true. Thanks to the emergency that we experienced earlier, we all know what it feels like now. The ship lurked so violently, and the alarm bell was so loud. I can't imagine that anybody would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of night. Well, no, that's a good point. What of the throbbing? Sorry, what do you mean? Your head, man. The throbbing of your head since this morning. We have all suffered with it. Oh yes, I have a headache. You're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today. Nor have I.
My head has been feeling heavy ever since dawn.
Yes, you all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I suspected. He's right, my head's been throbbing today too. And since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy. I can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside the wardrobe. Then the first thing I noticed the morning was the throbbing pain in my head. I had already been dragged out of the wardrobe and had those handcuffs put on me by that point. Why didn't I wake up earlier when all that was happening to me? Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo, you boarded this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, well, yes. Sorry. The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on? Well, Kazuma looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals. So you enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it? Yes, in fact, I had all of that. Kazuma wasn't fond of chicken. Oh, really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all? That's right. He didn't touch it. Is that relevant? My dear fellow, does that not strike you?
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, do you mean to say that there was something wrong with the chicken?
I do. No. Really? Is that really true? The meal prepared for the passenger last night had been tampered with. What the fuck? Tampered with by the addition of sulfuric, designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it. A sleeping drug? Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug so no one would notice the ship's emergency stop?
Mr. Naruhodo, of course that's not what Mr. Sholmes means. What a far-fetched idea.
Precisely. Lacing every meal at every passenger on board with a sulfuric drug would certainly be impossible. Unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator. What? Mr. Sholmes? Well, Seaman? Yeah. I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. If you refuse to talk, there will have to be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. And were that to happen, every member of the crew and the captain himself would be hauled over the coals for aiding and abetting a renegade.
Please, no more. I will tell everything.
Eh?
I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore.
These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe. Yes.
Yes, so when I decided to run away, I asked them to help me.
We all agreed to help, everyone together. She threw away everything, her fame in the ballet, Mother Russia. We wanted to help our angel. I don't believe it. You are right. We put sleeping drug in chicken last night. Yes, I remember now. I did notice us chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point. Ah, we could not make all drug, how do you say, dissolve. Ugh, talking about heavy seasoning. Why does everyone have the same voice? Whoa. I'm only one guy, man, alright? All the guys get the same voice. But, you know, there's two girl voices, okay? There's two girl voices. But, I'm only one guy, so everybody gets the same guy voice. At midnight in waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. She was helped by a comrade on shore with a small fishing boat. While all the passengers on the SS Beria slept soundly, thanks to the almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meals had contained. Is this the second trial? Yes, this is the second trial. Well, we're not even in the trial, but I don't think this case will have a trial. I think everything's gonna be settled in this investigation. The only people awake on the ship last night were the crew, people who dislike chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock Kazuma's cabin door. But how does this make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in that case, and there would have been complete chaos. Oh, I wouldn't say so. What? Oh, of course. Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of the chicken in their cabins. After which they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of the sleeping drug. Quite and accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night.
Yes!
The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted anyway. And so not one of them would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in the early hours of the morning. You have talked long time and said many things. What is point? The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All told, a busy night.
But I don't know about any of this. I am just a little girl.
You like to speak with your long English words and explain your clever ideas. But I am sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories we don't believe. Oh shit! Sailors like me, we trust only what we see with our eyes. Woo, almost died. A laudable trait. What? Is Sholmes supposed to be the detective? Yeah, Sholmes is the detective. I am quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. He's like Gumshoe. He's kind of like Gumshoe. I feel like he's more stupid than Gumshoe though. Gumshoe like kind of understands, but this guy's like he's like stupid. Oh yes. Did you hear it? That accusatory cry of guilt on the wind? What accusatory cry of guilt? Sorry? You've lost me. Proof of involvement, man. But you can't hear such a call with your ears. No. You must hear it with your eyes. For observation is the basis of all deduction. What are you talking about? Are you at the end of the case or the middle? I think this is the end. Cause I'm pretty sure this case isn't gonna have a trial, because he said he wants to settle it all before going into before docking. So I think we're at the end of the case here. I believe the time has come for one final logic and reasoning spectacular to expose the truth. Oh, here you go, Davis. Here we go. This is it. Oh wait, no, never mind. I thought he was gonna do his fucking shit again. It should be crazy. So, Mr. Naruhodo, your assistance, if you please. With what exactly, Mr. Sholmes? With observation, my dear fellow, just as I said. Of these two, prevaricators. Observation?
If you remember, Mr. Naruhodo, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened.
Precisely. You are delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died. Oh! Got him! Oh, look at this. It's some kind of stain in an unusual place. Yes, you're right. It looks like ink, if I'm not mistaken. Ink? And look at the color, too. It's clear where this came from. Gotcha! Wait. Gotcha!
Yes!
Seaman Stroganoff. You seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there. Eh? Ah, yes, I don't know where the dirt comes from. So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain? What are you trying to say? It would appear that the significance of this stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. It's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform.
And I think what made it is clear.
Indeed it is. So, Mr. Naruhodo, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. Alright then, evidence that proves what that stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform really is. Oops. That's not it. This. Wait, let's double check all our evidence. Do we not have a picture of the fucking scene of the crime? Alright.
Yes!
We have to show this. Crime scene photograph. Yes, it's this photograph and the ink it shows. That's what caused the stain on your uniform. Ink? A rather unusual color of ink. Purple. Ah! Ah, the penny drops at last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. And the stain on the back of your uniform is ink of exactly the same color. If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means you must have been present in the cabin moments immediately after the ink was spilled. Alright, yes. It was me. I did it. Everything. I arranged everything in dead student cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. Then I pressed buttons to make Burya do emergency stop and bolt cabin doors shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel.
Biff, please.
Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was well after 1 in the morning. I was on duty patrolling passageway. Then our angel came to me. She was white like sheet.
Biff, please, you must help me.
I went with her. The door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. What happened here?
Please, don't tell anyone.
Oh no, wait, fuck.
Please don't tell anyone. My little one, my little furry friend.
Fuck, I gave her the wrong voice this entire time. Shit. Oh god. Tripping. Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you. The kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Asogi's cabin. Then he tripped over and broke his neck when he fell to the floor. Yes, that is right. So after the incident when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited a cabin next to hers, only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor. She said she was worried when she heard sound of something falling on the floor. That's when she went to look. No, Angel? The door was not locked, so she opened to look, and you already know what happened after. There's just one thing. Or,
There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind.
what?
When you went to Mr. Asogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead?
Why? I already told you. When Nina opened the door, oh.
I was asking Miss Pavlova.
Well, Miss Pavlova?
Da.
Oh,
Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark, and he was wearing.
I saw him. He was dark and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared.
I understand and I believe you.
So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Kazuma's death at last? Ah, something very nearly slipped in my mind. Oh, Mr. Sholmes? This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. The cause of death was a broken neck. Therefore, the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated these events, a kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to me somewhat unnatural. What do you mean, unnatural? What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, well. If Kazuma tripped and fell and by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck, which part of the photographic print seems unnatural? Why is his fist closed? You don't die with a fucking fist. You don't just die like that.
Yes!
His fist is closed. Alright, if he really fell due to an unfortunate accident, then this fist doesn't seem quite right. Gotcha. Damn good. The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat. Yet, here we see the victim of his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Almost, you might say, as though he were gripping something. What do you mean? Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. You did? And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow?
Mr. Sholmes, show us!
Why, of course, my dear madam. Would I keep you in suspense? Oh, that's where the other earring went. Oh, shit. This is what I found. Oh?
A crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle.
Yes, you're right. A crescent moon. It is very pretty, but what does it tell us? Huh, it tells us nothing. I'm not so sure that crescent moon looks... It looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. Observation, Mr. Naruhodo. That is the key. What? The truth is now tantalizing close. How did that crescent moon come to be in Kazuma's clenched fist? This is the final clue, the last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe, find the answer with your own eyes. Gotcha! Came here!
Yes!
Miss Pavlova, I noticed that on your ear. Alright, we're back. Even though you have a metal earring, the decorative part of it seems to be missing. The little link holding it on must have been broken, I suppose. Eh? What? But look at your other ear. I noticed a crescent moon. Ah! I don't believe it. Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. clearly there's only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. Miss Pavlova. Mr. Asogi must have grabbed that crescent moon and pulled it away from your ear. Perhaps just a moment before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night in Mr. Asogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. But then the question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments?
Oh no.
Angel. No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma?
Yeah.
I couldn't even read the hell she said. When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in this cabin and could relax after this horrible long day.
Darka, wait.
I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy, but nothing worked. Darka would not come back. What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. The young man from your country, he was very polite and kind. Oh, he helped me find Darka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin... Just a moment, sorry, but... Oh, yes? Oh, yes? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah. Oh, of course, you're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina. Huh? No, I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina? Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But, what are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. I see. So you've run away. Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. He's going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the captain. Why did I think I could trust him? Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait, I shouted, and then... Darka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And... as he turned around to look at me... Oh! I pushed him. I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. And I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. Fuck, died to the bed frame. Oh my god, and that's when you went to fetch help? From Seaman Stroganoff, who was on duty out in the passageway? I heard Nina cry out and thud on floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door, shaking like a leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Biff. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go." So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Cosmo's cabin to make it look like I did it. So that no one would suspect a passenger in the cabin next door. Yeah, that's the main character's best friend. He's the one that helped prove his innocence. Huh. Yes. I went into cabin and I looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. And then I found Stowaway in wardrobe, still sleeping. Right, that's when he found me.
So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the stowaway.
I closed wardrobe doors and put back strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged young man body to good place and used ink that was spilling to write on floor. I wrote so that person who found him would look inside wardrobe and find Stowaway. And tell me, what of the glass bell? It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. But it was dark in the cabin, I didn't notice the other half. Then Angel went back to her cabin and I finished job by pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. Yes. Accordingly, the SS Buria did indeed come to an emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova. What? Well, you said you told Cosmo about the fact that you run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried that he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right? Yes. Every game always gotta have a lock room mystery. Dude, this fucking shit was crazy. I didn't know the fucking ship could like make the doors lock. But even if he had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have been a problem? It was what he said first that made me scared. What he said first? What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. He said an inspector was his friend. Ah, yes, meaning me. Who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. I thought that if the police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the bell cord, May I stop you at a moment, please, Miss
May I stop you at a moment, Miss Pavlova? It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Asoki really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know.
What? What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Or, what do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I'm not Cosmo, so I can't know for certain. But he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done. No, he was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day's work is not yet done, it seems. There is one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction? Yes. What action was the victim really about to take at that moment? He was gonna tell me, duh. Oh shit, his theme is playing. Can we determine whether the young man's gaze was directed? First, consider the victim's location within this cabin. That's easy, I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yes, I spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still. That cabin has been my home for this entire voyage. So this is how the cabin looked last night, when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama? Yes, it's exactly how it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, if there's one thing I've learned today, it's that a simple gaze can reveal all manner of truths. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze to where it lands. So when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at? The wardrobe, duh!
Take that!
Take that! Considering everything that had happened last night, certainly it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord. Yes, however, what is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe. The wardrobe? And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly. Ah!
Miss Pavlova, please think back very carefully. What were Mr. Asogi's exact words last night?
Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. Another opinion? Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Asogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if, between them, they might be able to help in some way, no doubt. The main character is sleeping in the wardrobe because he was snuck onto the ship. Because Kazuma was supposed to go on the ship to fucking Britain to study. But he brought along Naruhodo in a fucking bag. So Naruhodo had to sleep inside the wardrobe. You know, so they couldn't find him. That's why he was in the wardrobe. Oh no. Sadly,
we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. But I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Asogi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently if you had.
This game seems easier than the previous game, maybe because it's only the second case. I don't know. I messed up one time already, but that's it. I didn't know which one they wanted me to show. I wanted to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. I'm sorry. Really, I'm so sorry. What have I done? And so, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Buria was finally laid to rest. January 9th, 7:14 p.m. SS Buria, first class cabin, passageway. What will happen to Miss Pavlova now then? Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Won't the Russians try to repatriate her? Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort all that out. Mr. Sholmes can do that? So she won't be going back to Russia then? No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life. I see. I'm sorry. Seaman Stroganoff? I wanted to help our angel, no matter what. But I didn't think about you, about how you lost good friend. I will go with Nina. I will give myself to British police. That's kind of you. In the meantime, Thank you for letting me go free again. Kazuma's death feels like such a waste, but... well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you? Ah. Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the consul to arrange your passage back to Japan. Yes. I did stow away after all. I couldn't really expect any different. So, you should get back to your cabin now. It looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before it's even begun then. You'd think that only days ago, Kazuma and I were laughing together about how we tear up the streets of London. That seemed like a distant memory now. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? Oh, there you go. She's holding the sword. I was wondering where the fuck the sword went. Susato-san?
Naruhodo-san! I didn't know you had returned.
Oh, well, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosonaga just told me I should pack, you know, ready to leave the ships tomorrow and all that. Alright, Prime Time, thank you for redeeming the posture check. Now I'll sit back up and... oh, my back.
I still can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over just like that.
Susato-san.
He had such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain, so many dreams. And now they've been cruelly taken away, just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now we know the truth, that it was just an accident. It's a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruhodo-san, it's just too much.
Yes, I know. I wish there was something I could say. Inspector, my duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain, but I failed, and caused his two closest friends great pain, and suffering as a result. Hydrate. Woo! But I failed, and caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. Why is the water bottle so small? I don't know. No strawberry sensation? Nah, no strawberry sensation tonight. I've let everyone down. And I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Nobody blames you, Inspector. Oh! And I'm free again now. Yo, when did he get the cuss on him again? Ah, ha, ha, ha. What do these channel points do for you? The channel points don't really do much for me, but it's rather for you guys. It's because you guys could pretty much, like, you know, do whatever is in there. Usually, like, if I ever have, like, sometimes, like, there's like a betting thing. You could use those channel points to bet. So, like, if you think option 1 or option 2 is gonna happen, you would bet on either or. But yeah, channel points don't really serve much of a purpose right now. But you can do a lot of stuff with it. Surprise, Mr. Naruhodo? What? What is the meaning of this? Oh, a trifling matter. Seems that in my head I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Sorry? So I decided to restore them for old time's sake, shall we say? You already stowed away after all. Ha ha ha! He thinks this is funny? Mr. Sholmes. Oh,
Mr. Sholmes! We do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences. The loss of your companion is truly heartrending. Yo, why is Guile there? What the fuck? How do you have a picture of Guile? I hope you'll be able to fulfill some of his aspiration in his honor. It's a global emote? What the heck? Yo, what is that? I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. What?
Hello.
Wait a minute. Who is that? Hey, I'm streaming, man.
Oh, okay. Hey, you wanna play Valorant? Let me know. We in this other channel.
Okay, man. I'll let you know later, man.
Alright, man.
He's kind of Leonard, dude. Don't worry. I think when I wrap this chapter up, we're fine. We're gonna be doing other stuff. The terms of the study tour was negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant. Was to be. In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid that the study tour can no longer go ahead. Oh no, I don't care for me, but... Poor Susato-san. My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely. But there's no one else with the necessary qualification, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer. Qualifications, you say? Any qualification obtained in your own country would be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. Oh? Oh? But anyway, the voyage... Oh! Joke Jibo, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription. Thanks for flexing it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you a lot. But anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer. Yes. Yes! Miss Susato? Yes! Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? Ah! But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, unless... Are you studying law? No, I'm not, but... I'm sorry, in that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. But as I said, there is still more than a month before we reach England's shore. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I have a month in which to study, to learn what I must to become a lawyer in Great Britain. Mr. Naruhodo! That's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all that in just 40 days? There's only one way to find out. I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. Will you let me try? And if by the time we reach Great Britain I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. But why put yourself in such a difficult position? For Kazuma. He said there was something he had to do in Great Britain, and he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. I will become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Miss Susato?
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Thank you. So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indisputable. No, it's madness. Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree? Fascinating? Duty and rules are the dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest, give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character. And you witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes. From the early hours of the morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion, despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to reword my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector! After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said I'd do anything at all to make up for my shortcomings here. Oh, thank you,
thank you, Inspector.
If you excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next and how best to make my report.
Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer?
I would be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant after all.
Thank you.
And, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, I get the sword. I'd like you to
take charge of this.
What? Me? Are you sure? I'm sure it's
what Kazuma-sama would have wanted.
I take Kazuma's sword. His name
is Karuma. It's a great sword that's been in the Asogi clan for generations.
Very well, I accept. I'll treasure it as always. So then, Miss Susato, it seems we'll be working together for some time to come yet. It'll be an honor,
Mr. Naruhodo. And for the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom. We shall fill every spare moment with study.
Yes, that's exactly what I need.
But, before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask of you too.
Goodness, what is it?
Please throw me to the ground. 3 times.
Nani?
I should never have doubted you. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior.
No, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away. And then the cabin door was locked from the inside.
No! I won't let you make up excuses for me! Whatever the circumstances, I should never have thrown you. And not once, but 5 times!
Ah, that number keeps creeping up, doesn't it?
Please, you must! Just take a hold of me and throw me! Do it! Don't even think about it! Throw me!
No, I don't even know how. I never threw anyone in my life. Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training. Oh, Mr. Sholmes? I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was most impressed. When did he see that? I presume that would be a form of Japanese wrestling?
Oh, well, in a way, it's not wrestling but my own interpretation of an ancient jujutsu technique.
Apparently it's called the Susato takedown. It leaves your head swimming, believe me. I'll be giggling. I am a practitioner of the combative arts myself. Oh! I am a somewhat accomplished boxer. There he goes, dancing around again. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on the techniques of your arresting throw.
Yes, I'd be honored.
Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madam.
Oh, of course.
About to throw me again, dude. I'm gonna get thrown again.
Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo?
Sorry?
Hiya! As you can see, you throw from the abdomen.
Oh yes, arresting indeed. And this is what you term the Susato takedown, is it?
Actually, no, that was a Susato squash.
Oh shit. In my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind. Karuma? That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. I can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little irregular, surely. The Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So his name compels its wielder to slice evil in two. Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain, and I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you would let me down. That important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was. But I'm going to see this place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London. End. Fin. Ooh. Save progress. Boom. And there ends case 2. Thank you all for tuning in today, but this is where I call it wraps for Ace Attorney. If you guys missed out on anything, if you guys joined the stream midway, you guys could always go to my YouTube and go watch the videos. It's all being uploaded on my YouTube channel. Alright, thanks everyone for tuning in today. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to be ending the stream now.